and welcome to another sketchbook tour. This one is a little bit different because I've got this massive 600-page sketchbook that I'm going to be trying to finish by the end of the year with all my other sketchbooks and stuff. But I figured it'd be cool if I did a progress of this, then we can see it all in the very end together and stuff like that. But it's going to be my Ninja Empire sketchbook. I want to put everything in here, so I figured I'd just go ahead and show you a little bit of progress, and we can progress as we move forward as I try and finish this gigantic sketchbook. So as you can see, it's all my Ninja Empire stickers, right? So all that. I figured the main page, first page, should be a finished drawing of the Black Dragon. This is my main character. He's pretty cool. And then a lot of concepts for ninjas and characters that I'm creating. This is very important. It's a very important symbol for the story, future story. So keep this one in mind. It'll reveal itself later, but I can't tell you what it is right now because it'll give away all the story. This is probably one of the oldest and still butt-kicking ninjas that are in the Ninja Empire. So this guy is Shin. This was one of the first ninjas that I ever made, and for the Ninja Empire, he is my magic ninja. So he uses magic. So the whole idea of ninja magic and stuff like that, he's made it into being a ninja sorcerer. This character, also, I don't have a name for this character, but I wanted him to be kind of he's a stealth. I mean, they're all stealthy, right, with ninjas, but he's kind of really spins a lot. He's got blades on his feet and on his forearms, so he kind of does a lot of more spinning actions when he fights and stuff like that. So I figured he'd be pretty cool. Also, I was thinking that the ninja itself is actually a shell, right? And the actual person is going to be in the belt, and that's the person talking. I was trying to create an army for the Shogun, and it was going to be the Iron Rose. So, kind of trying to do a rose and then turning it into something more metallic that would happen, and then trying to create a uniform and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm going to go with that, but I just kept going, trying to figure out whether or not we could have, the Iron Rose ninjas. Okay, so I had another sketchbook that I guess I am cheating a little bit, but I didn't want to have to redraw all of this information. I had one sketchbook, it exploded, the spine broke, and so I just have a whole bunch of sketches that were from different ideas, and I just figured, I might as well go ahead and keep them. So, the Red Mage Ninja, which is pretty cool. Trying to develop one of the main leaders. He's my Necromancer. You'll start seeing some character videos coming out soon. Right, so just weapons, story ideas, characters. And these are really probably going to be a little bit harder to see, but these are all main players that are coming in. I wanted to have a kickboxer character, so just trying to figure out how I can make him really interesting with different gauntlets and stuff like that. I like these weapons. I've found that I like a lot of curves in my weapons, so have that. Drawing different weapons. Doing chibi stuff, because at one point I was trying to do a Brawlhalla type style story. I thought that would be pretty cool, but then I went back to what I know best, and so just kind of went there. And it's just, like I said, these are all just things that I've had, ideas for, and from the other sketchbook that just kind of exploded. So I wanted to make sure that I keep this. This was one of the first drawings of Kasugi Hoshin, right? This made it. This weapon, which has a lot to say, and once we go over the weapons and stuff with in the story videos that I make, it'll all make more sense. But having a monk, like I said, curves, right? Just a lot of curves. I love these curved weapon ideas. I think I want to do something with this character. I don't know why. Just doing profiles and face shots give me so much information of stuff that I want to try, right? I don't know, random brute character. This was the initial design for the number 2 in command. It was more like this, and then I was like, maybe we can make it more, you know, kind of fancy, and none of this translated. And then apparently I skipped the page, which I will come back in and fill in since I skipped the whole page. Symbols for the clans, tattoos, because I kind of suck at tattoos, so just trying to come up with different tattoo ideas. Different characters, like this weapon was important, I thought, so I kept it. And then we're getting towards new stuff, right? I did some maps, interested in the map, but these two didn't make it. It's just one of the multiple times where I was trying to draw a world map to see what would happen. And then these are my thumbnails for what I was trying to think about for the limited edition 2023 Ninja Empire poster. And so, you know, it's just off on a cliff, you know, person in the background, off on a cliff, then trying to do multiple people, the blood splatter that came out through there. This one might eventually be something. I might come back to that one. Yeah, and then just the typical things. This one with the 2 main good guy characters. And eventually, so ultimately we ended up with like this one, right, where we had the wife and child in the background of the clouds, him standing on the edge, and well, it was this one, so him standing on the edge with his sword out, looking over the Valley of Souls, and, you know, just kind of being all like, oh my goodness, what is happening here? You know, I can't believe I'm about to do this. In the end, it's a lot less serene and a lot more brutal. So be on the lookout for when I actually release it. I think I'm going to wait to debut it at this convention that's happening on the 10th of February. So yeah, just know that this is where we ended up. And then finally, so this was the last thing that I did in my sketchbook. I'm trying this different style, and I didn't know what I was doing, right? And that's why there's a whole bunch of textures here and smears and stuff. Like this was the second attempt. This was the second attempt at using like a brush pen to do a lot of brush work, because I'm not that kind of person. So normally what I do is pens. So I just use fine liners, and it's a very clean line. And so I was taking these brushes and, you know, trying to smear in some areas, trying to give it this more rough and authentic look that would fit for the Ninja Empire. And I like what was happening, but I was trying to do the spackle effect, and it didn't work. Like, it didn't work at all. Like, it did not work at all, because I think the brush I had was just kind of splattering it everywhere, so it didn't work. Also, like, something I'm seeing is like this black, so this ink right here is having a hard time because the water paint is sucking up and interacting with the actual ink. So I'm gonna have to play around and see which one I can use so that it won't turn red. So it's turning red, so I think it's interacting with some stuff, but the idea is to be able to have like some splatter texture and black texture and stuff like that, and then just having this nice loose brush effect, and probably putting it in an old paper. So I might actually try it for like a cover. I don't know, we're gonna see, but this is definitely a style that I'm going to be looking into for Ninja Empire in the future. You might even see me trying it with a page, with a comic book page, to see just how well it will work. And I think that it can work with just flat colors with all this texture and stuff going on. So yeah, so there you go. Like, that's the very beginnings. The next time you see this will probably be next month, and next time I can show you the progress that we've made, because we got to try and start knocking out some of these pages. And yeah, I want to be able to finish this by the end of the year. I know that a lot of people can like knock this out a lot faster, but due to school and life and all that stuff, I don't have enough time to dedicate to just this one specific sketchbook. But as I go along and there's something significant as far as progress goes, we'll come back and we'll do another episode of the 600-page sketchbook. And I hope that you will join me on the journey for this, so you can see the development and the characters that are being created and environments and stuff like that. And I hope that you will enjoy this sketchbook tour of the Ninja Empire 600-page sketchbook. Thank you guys so very, very much for joining me on this sketchbook tour, and I hope that you will follow all the other sketchbook tours that I'm doing and all the other content. So if you are new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified every single time that I drop new content. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you guys at the next episode.